When it comes to the success of Tekken 7, I credit three things to its meteoric rise. The rocky launch of Street Fighter V, the really successful collaborations like Akuma, Geese, and Noctis, and Negan from The Walking Dead, and Arslan Ash's insane story. Now, when it comes to Tekken 8, not going so well. We had a really, really good launch, and it's so far been pretty rocky with questionable balance decisions, questionable online experiences, and insane monetization practices from Bandai Namco. Another thing has been added to the top of the pile. This is a bit of older news at this point, but there's been developments, so I want to cover the entire arc of the XCC story. If you don't know what I'm talking about, XCC was a player that, well, this announcement is really about him. He was at Tiger Uppercut, the final Tekken World Tour major event, the last master event in Thailand. He made it all the way through top 48 without dropping a set. He beat T1's Edge, one of the legends of the tournament scene, 2-1. In top 8, he 2-0'd Yagami, and before his top 8 qualification match, he was DQ'd. This is the statement Bandai Namco is talking about, where because he technically did not reside in a Tekken World Tour region, he was no longer allowed to play. They played all of his matches off stream, but when it came to the point where they would have to stream his match, he was removed from the tournament. Now, understandably, everybody is very, very upset, but who is XCC? I say in the title that he could have been the next Arslan Ash. Is that an exaggeration? Maybe, but he's nasty. He's really, really good. He's a player from China. He's 18 years old, I believe, and this is his first time really getting to go to a major. Go to a Tekken World Tour event. This is his match with Edge here. This is his match with Yagami. Both matches that went in his favor. Here he's playing with King Ray Jr., a player that he's played before. And those in the know will know that XCC is not actually that much of a fresh face out of nowhere. Kind of like Arslan Ash wasn't truly a fresh face when he won EVO Japan, XCC is not a total stranger to the scene. This is a tweet from back in April near EVO Japan, where he was at a local prior to the event, and he had taken out many, many names, including Shadow 20Z. Now, you'll note that before his DQ, he was about to fight Shadow. So this could have been his big break. He could have made it to top 8 through the winner's side. He has a history of beating Korean players. And later in this video, we're going to actually, show some gameplay. But here's a really, really cool interview from 2018 about XCC. Let's watch this together. So XCC, Xiao Chen, I believe, and his first name is Chen. And at 12 years old, it looks like they're playing Tekken 6. And he was playing at a pro level, is what they were saying. As in he can hold his own against the pros. There he is playing on a Japanese lever. I believe he still plays on the same thing. Makes sense since he has history in the arcades. But China has a pretty aggressive stance. I mean, like, in my experience, at least growing up in Chinese culture, there's a pretty aggressive stance against video games. So here's his mom saying, as long as it doesn't get in the way of your studies, we're really supportive. He says his grades are okay. And he's actually in the top 5 of his class. He said that with embarrassment. This is not foreign to me, but maybe it is to you if you didn't grow up in Asian culture. He only got 5th best in the class, which is, to some people, amazing. But to a lot of perspective, it's number 1 or nothing. Anyways, here's him playing Tekken 6. He hopes to be like his master. I'm not sure who his master is. Maybe someone in the comments can let me know. I don't know what that statement is. Holds a bear. I don't know what this expression is. Hold both fish and bear's paw in your hands. I'm gonna look it up. I'm saying that his dream is to become like a world touring player. And it's funny that in 2018 they mentioned the Olympic Games because I believe the Olympic Committee has recently voted to allow Tekken and fighting games into the Olympics. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what this statement is. He was talking about the bear and the fish's paw, and then we'll move on. But I just Googled it, and I think it translates to you can't have your cake and eat it too. To get good at something, you have to sacrifice something. Yeah, so he wants to do the impossible. He wants to be both a good student and a good player. That's what I believe that translation means. Chinese figure of speech. In any case, yeah, so he's not a mystery to the scene, but he's very much a strong player that hasn't had a chance to show his skill. So when it comes to this disqualification, understandably, people are pissed. And it's for many reasons, right? It's not just the fact that he was kind of denied his shot. What about the expenses, right? Like Masood tweeted that he spent all his money, all of his work, and it took a lot of effort. Like, playing Tekken is hard. You guys know this. We're all struggling in online ranked. This guy traveled to Thailand just to prove himself. And he was succeeding. So that's the first thing. The other thing Joey Fury mentions is it's not just a case of like he's upset with the fact that they said we just followed the rules, because they didn't. By allowing this ineligible player to play, tons of people lost who were TWT hopefuls, right? So it's not just the fact that XCC got screwed over. If they were going to DQ XCC in the first place, the players he beat got screwed over too. It's an ugly situation for any kind of competitive integrity. And Joey Fury is a very strong advocate of competitive integrity in many ways. So that's his stance. And obviously too, feeling for XCC is a big problem. So I'm showing you a map here. These are the legal and illegal countries in the Tekken World Tour. Like the countries permitted to participate. And this has been a big issue for a long time. I have a friend from the Croatian scene and an acquaintance from the Venezuelan scene, who very passionate Tekken players who, for little explanation, are excluded from the tour. So you'll see here that most of South America is actually allowed, minus Venezuela and Cuba and and Haiti, right? So for what reason, we don't know. I don't know what Greenland did. Sorry, guys. But there's a lot of Tekken players throughout the scene. Here in the Balkans, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, and Montenegro and Algeria are not allowed for little explanation. And what's a shame here is that Croatia has actually been a huge contributor to the scene. Prior to 2020, they were actually a part of the Tekken World Tour 2019. I need to pull up a little pie chart for you here. They ran the same amount of events as Italy and Japan, and only 0.2% behind Venezuela, which means Venezuela was a part of it too. So for some reason, when we enter 2020, these countries became restricted. So it's a questionable situation. We don't know what geopolitics are going on, but we just want to play video games. And the people in these regions are actually contenders to be really strong players. So it's a shame that we don't get to see them. Bandai attempts to make things right. They tweeted last night, I believe, so this is October 9th. We sincerely apologize for disappointing our players and community due to the disqualification at the recent Tiger Uppercut event. After careful consideration for the Tekken World Tour 2024 Global Finals, we will update the official rules to allow China to compete via the Last Chance Qualifier. That is a tournament at the finals on site where you can earn a spot in the finals, the Last Chance Qualifier. For the affected players from the TGU event, we will be reaching out to cover their travel and accommodation expenses. So that's XCC. We will also be inviting XCC to Tokyo to compete in the Last Chance Qualifier. So he's getting a bit of a red carpet to prove himself again. Now, the reason they said other players, I said it was XCC, but there's actually other players too. There's players from Russia. Higum was at this event, a Yoshimitsu player from Russia. Tons of his gameplays on YouTube. He didn't get DQ'd because he lost earlier. But because of the unclear rules and the disallowing of points, they are adding this travel and accommodation expenses recovery thingy. Looking ahead, we will review and improve our tournament operations and official rules for the Tekken World Tour 2025 to ensure a more enjoyable experience where more people, including players from China, can participate and earn the right to advance to the finals. So this unequivocally, I couldn't even say that, unequivocally is a good step forward. Arata tweeted, we will make every effort to increase the number of participating countries in the future. There are visa and other issues, but we aim to expand as much as possible. Japan and the developers constantly talk about legal issues, and I'm not in Japanese society. I don't work in Japanese corporate, but the amount of times legal issues are mentioned, I'm inclined to believe it, right? I'm inclined to believe it. What is surprising to me is that this isn't an issue in Street Fighter, right? Xiaohai has been competing, and plenty of other Chinese players compete in the circuit. So I don't know what's going on with Bandai Namco and Tekken, but they've got to figure it out, and they recognize they've got to figure it out. Now, what's cool is this is a tweet from Gerlanda. Gerlanda is a TWT finalist himself, and is now working more on the esports sides of things, not with Bandai Namco directly, but he said he's had, well, I lied. I'm saying he's not working for Bandai Namco, but he's worked with people. He had the luck to meet and know people working there and know how kind-hearted they are and how much they care for the community. So there's a clear divide here between what's going on in corporate and the publishing side and the esports side versus the people who are like in tune with the community. And I say this all the time. People call me a shill for the devs. I think that the people making the game, who understand the community, are clearly and on a different page than the actual publisher and the corporate side of things. So this is a step forward. Obviously, there's more to be done, right? We still have Venezuela, right? They say, like, there's people immediately mentioning, what about the other regions? But I see this as a win and a step in the right direction. I think that it's important to recognize how quickly they acted despite the insane situation in the first place. And I'm hopeful that more regions get to compete, that we get a true Tekken World Tour, not a Tekken World Tour asterisk, right? Iraqis have talked about how they really want to play Tekken, Iranians as well. There were issues early on where they were restricted from even playing online, right? So these are issues that need to be addressed, and I'm excited that we are getting statements in a positive direction rather than silence or even doubling down. So the last thing I want to do to wrap up this video is I want to watch some XCC. This guy's supposed to be so good. Like, how good is he really? Here's a mirror match with Ulsan from 2 months ago. XCC on the right, Ulsan on the left. I'm going to turn down the game a little bit. And wow, first counter hit launch right away. XCC. I watched his other gameplay earlier. I haven't seen this match in its entirety. But XCC plays this very fascinating style that's very slow and in your face. And that seems kind of opposite, right? You would think if you're in somebody's face, you're going to play really fast. But XCC will stand in range right in front of you and just jab, right? Something else he does really well, he places his down twos to catch sidesteps very intentionally. You can see every time he does a down two, it seems to hit somebody's sidestep. So you see a lot of jab, a lot of down two, and a more reactive playstyle, which is kind of surprising for a younger player. You know, I think younger players have the reputation of, you know, maybe they're a bit crazier, maybe they're willing to take more risks. But he looks so controlled and so steady. Nice jab into running two, right? He's letting Ulsan do all these side steps and he's just standing there. Forward dash, forward dash. It's a fascinating style that I have not seen super often, especially in Tekken 8. So even though he lost the first round here, look at the composure, look at the steadiness. There it's a 2-1 sneak 4, as almost to contradict me as soon as I said it. Ulsan ducks the jab, or the grab, not the jab. And he's getting chipped down a bit, but finds a stray QCF1 on Ulsan's attack timing. By playing so compact and keeping it difficult to understand when he wants to attack, he finds a nice counter hit timing. He lands the Rage Art. This is going to kill next round. So XCC 1-1 with Ulsan. Eats a raw QCF4. Ulsan, a proponent of QCF4, if you've seen his commentary during the Red Bull Golden Letters event. Right, Ulsan playing some full crouch mixes. XCC at half HP and still playing up close. He's not running away. He's not trying to scam or rob. He's still playing in the pocket. Finds nice couple lows there. Nice punish on that low. And 2 counter hit jabs. Counter hit down forward 1. He's stuffing Ulsan's offense. Ulsan finds a huge low. QCF4. XCC in rage now. And he gets blown up. So it's almost reminiscent of Knee's gameplay, right? If you watch Knee in the recent Tiger Uppercut and in general, he loves to play just jabs to kind of slow you down, make you play into his timing, and then he finds the big hit. Now that's a Brian player special, right? But XCC is applying this on Dragunov as well. He's not forcing straight mix-ups and plus frames over and over and over again outside of the jab and the down forward 1. It's a very low commitment style that's hard to fight against. Tries a raw down forward 2 out of a sidestep, doesn't connect, but he didn't lose too much for it. Counter hit down 2, 1-2-1. QCF2 for a wake up and finishes the low string, and Ulsan gets a nice duck there. That was really, really good string awareness. Ulsan is going to finish the round. So XCC is down a game, but he's holding his own. So how does he play? How does he adjust? This is something I'm curious about. Again, I've only really watched game 1. I don't know what's going to happen or how he mounts his adjustments. Mounts his adjustments. I was going to say mount a comeback and makes his adjustments, and I could not decide. Nice punishment, nice blocks. Running 2 gets jabbed out by Ulsan on wake up. That's terrifying. If you're a bit late on that, you get counter hit launched. All right, nice. XCC gets counter hit, doing a sidestep button. Ulsan playing the down 2 really well to track. Nice sidestep. 1-2-1 counter hit. Not looking good for XCC. Not looking good at all. If he's supposed to be so good, maybe he's not stacking up to Ulsan. One jab. And then just blocking, right? He's inviting Ulsan to attack him. He's jabbing him to try and saying, like, are you going to attack here? Are you going to attack here? Forward dashes because he's starting to understand how Ulsan wants to play. Whiffs a back 2 and gets blown up by this heat dash combo. Damn. All right, Ulsan has no heat left. No rage yet. Oh, no. XCC has rage now. Nice block and punish. Toe kick to stop the QCF4. He has heat. He has the resources to make a comeback, but he can't whiff because the QCF4 will kill him in one hit. 1-2-1. Heat engage. He didn't heat burst right away. He waited for the opportunity to get that big heal, and now the situation's completely different. He found the wall on the infinite stage. He has rage. He has the lead. 15 seconds. Down 2. Breaks the throw. Very sharp. Wow. And he seemed to have exploded at just the right time, right? He has no sense of there's no sense of anxiety in his play. He's taking hits, he's getting very, very low, and he finds his opportunity and cashes out. This is very, very cool. Dash up down 2. Ulsan retaliates with immediate full crouch. Gets caught sidewalking. Look at that. He's just standing in his face throwing out jabs. There's no back dash. There's no huge spacing. It's like all timing. Look at that. He's just standing there. He's like, are you going to do something? And here's the reason why that's so good is because Tekken is a game where you control kind of your opponent's options with movement and ranges, right? Less as much in Tekken 8, but that's still very much a Tekken fundamental. By staying in close range, XCC is representing all of his options, all of his threats, right? Now, he's 1 round away from losing the first of 2. So I don't know how he's going to figure it out. He's been playing so slow. Is he going to cash out on the information that Ulsan is kind of hesitating? Nice sidewalk on the QCF4. Heat engage. Playing around with his timing a bit. Finds a big knockdown. Now he's spacing out. Probably looking for a back 4-3. 4-3, 1+2. Down 2 trades. And down 2 again. So applying pressure with the heat. Playing a bit farther out to threaten whiffs. And then just chipping down and getting a couple key hits. All starting with a sidewalk on Ulsan's QCF4. All right, Ulsan trying to jab, trying to stop him from freestyling his up-close, do-nothing offense. Nice duck on the back 4-3. So a couple key defensive reads from XCC, and he's going to run with this advantage. Down 2. His down 2 hit rate is amazing, first of all, but also the fact that he's not getting low parried for it. He's placing it intentionally against Ulsan's offense. He's not just placing the down 2 to get a hit and damage. He's using it to counter an option like a sidewalk. All right, spacing out a little bit. Ulsan heat burst to get into heat. Now, if you take too many pokes here from Dragunov, he's going to heal. From the one in heat, that is. I realize it's a mirror match. Down 2, catching the back dash. 2-1 counter hit and QCF4. XCC playing so compact that it's kind of hard to figure out what he wants to do. And suddenly, Ulsan's options get countered. So it's 1-1. I love this patient play. No throw break from Ulsan. Down 2, dash up down 2 this time. QCF1 trying to catch Ulsan coming in. XCC getting a little more active, right? All the jabs, all the sitting still and doing nothing have started to pay off. Now when he decides to attack, miss whiff punish there. That was really close. And then he hits a down forward 2. That was an insane option. So he's played so conservative, which I actually think is not that good in Tekken 8 to open up playing conservative. But XCC played so conservative, found all the information he needed, and is suddenly 1 round up in the set. Chilling out a bit. Back 4-3, catching Ulsan's attack timing. Spinning around, canceling, and then trying to land the heat dash launcher. 2-1. He's getting way more active. This is really cool. So active that he gets counter hit by running 2, but Ulsan drops the combo. Sidestep back 4-3, gets clipped by Dragunov's 1-2-1. 1-2-1's right back. Couple last hit situations. Wow, just sends the down back 3+4. All of that hesitation, all of that conservative play, he's cashing out on it now. Raw while rising 2. He could have gone underneath an immediate jab, or caught the delay catches the sidestep timing. Ooh, no launch. That's fine. The slide is a bit awkward to punish, especially if you don't know how far it hit you from. Down 2, heat burst. XCC is now applying so much pressure. Now he's playing Tekken 8 with all the information before. He's exposed no attack timings. He's given no information, and now he can just run away with free pressure. Okay, Ulsan finding moments to catch his sidewalk with down twos. QCF4 finds its mark. Last mix-up situation. XCC sends it down two, tries a sidestep, and the full crouch low catches him. Ulsan's still in the game. Ulsan is that guy. You know, he's not going to go down that easily. So how does XCC finish this set off? 2-1. Forward dashes into down twos. Full crouch. Look at this composure and patience. He's pushing his pressure in some situations and then just letting it off later. But because he stays in threat range, he's not backdashing to like full screen, for example. He still applies pressure, right? At range, Dragunov still has the pressure of the running two, the heat smash. There's obviously that move to whiff punish or just to clip someone's attack timing. And XCC has shown that he can hit a QCF1 on your approach timing. So, wow, he just tried it right there and Ulsan sniped him with the string. That was really good. Final round. Final round. Ulsan seemingly figuring out XCC's patterns, even though he's kept the cards so close to his chest. Nice block. How did he find that block? Why did Ulsan go for that slide? This might be the opportunity he needs. Tons of gray health for Ulsan, of course. Ooh, the combo drops. So, oh! He blocked in time and ducked the second hit of the string. That was an insane reaction. Nice. Heat smash from Ulsan. He just needs to heal a bit. He needs all the HP he can get. Finishes the string. No duck. Sidestep. Heat smash. And XCC beats Ulsan. Suddenly upping the pace. Staying defensively sharp, even though he's playing so conservative and so kind of inactive. His defensive reactions are so on point. So that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed this coverage. I try to keep things as balanced as possible, just to give you as neutral coverage as possible. But as a competitor, I am a bit biased. I think XCC deserved so much better, and the fact that they're starting to make amends is good. They need to do more. The XCC story is not the only one. He only got this coverage because he played so well, and they were forced to take him out of the tournament. They were probably hoping that he would just go down quietly, but he was about to make top 8, and they had to take action based on the rules. The rules need changing. More regions need to be included unless they have a good reason to be banned. And as far as I understand, there is no good reason to ban most of these groups. There's no good reason. Capcom isn't doing it with Street Fighter, right? As far as I know. Correct me in the comments if there are banned regions that I don't know about in Street Fighter. Obviously, sanctions are a big deal, and there's like geopolitical stuff going on, but we just want to play video games, man. Like, what is the threat? What is the threat if somebody gets really good at video games? Are they going to conquer the world? I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just a dude who sits behind my desk and talks about video games and plays them too. So let me know. I appreciate your attention. Appreciate you watching. If you want to watch one more match, by the way, look at Edge versus XCC. The style is very similar, and we get a kind of a glimpse of how XCC may have pulled off this win. He has tons of replays that are on YouTube. Please check them out. And we'll be cheering for him from the PhiDX channel. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you in the next one. Peace.